Welcome back to B&B for Phone. Today is an absolutely beautiful day to dive deep into the scandalous world of Los Angeles fashion and family drama. We have some truly explosive developments to unpack today. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let us explore the shocking twists coming to our screens. Do you think Brooke will actually look her daughter in the eye and say, "I will never forgive you"? Can you believe it? Those are the 5 devastating words that are currently hanging over the Logan family like a dark, ominous storm cloud. We need to talk about Brooke's impending reaction when Hope's massive secret is finally dragged out into the light. The tension is thick, the stakes have never been higher, and let's be honest, we are standing on the precipice of a storyline that will fundamentally shatter the mother-daughter bond we have watched for decades. That's crazy. Hope Logan, the golden child, is playing a very dangerous game, and the fallout is going to be absolutely nuclear. So what exactly is going on behind the scenes? You won't believe what happens next. We all know the rumors were swirling, but the truth is finally here. Hope has officially joined the team at Logan. She is secretly working under Katie Logan Spencer on a brand new product line that is absolutely guaranteed to make the entire fashion world buzz with excitement. This is not just a side project, this is a direct, calculated attack aimed at the heart of Forrester Creations. Hope's new line is being designed specifically to beat Eric Forrester's upcoming high-end couture collection. Amazing! The strategy here is crystal clear. Everyone knows Forrester Creations is steeped in legacy and tradition, but let's face the harsh reality. Forrester is getting way too old. The classic designs are beautiful, but they are tired. Logan, on the other hand, is bringing a fresh, vibrant look that is much more accessible to modern consumer tastes. Hope is spearheading this revolution, but she is doing it entirely in the shadows. But here's the surprise. Hope is actively covering her tracks, and she is dragging other people into her web of lies. During a recent episode, when some of the people in the know were feeling guilty and thought about being honest with Brooke, Hope actually stepped in and stopped them. She demanded their silence. She is currently hiding behind the convenient excuse of taking a leave of absence from Forrester Creations. She wants everyone, especially her mother, to believe she is just resting, recharging her creative batteries, and figuring out her next steps. In reality, she is locked in a design studio at Logan, plotting the downfall of her family's legacy company. What is she thinking? This level of deception is completely out of character for the Hope we used to know, and it proves that the slow-paced plot we endured for months is finally exploding into one of the most intense plot twists of the year. We have to dive into the psychological profile of Hope Logan to understand this madness. Why would she do this? I have to admit, I have a real love-hate relationship with Hope right now. On one hand, I completely understand her exhaustion. She has been fighting a losing battle at Forrester Creations for years. Steffy Forrester Finnegan has constantly undermined Hope for the future, threatening to cut funding and treating Hope like a second-class citizen in her own workplace. Liam Spencer has been relentlessly whispering in her ear, pressuring her to leave Forrester and join Katie. Hope finally cracked under the pressure. She wants to prove she is a powerhouse designer, without the Forrester machine backing her. But on the other hand, I absolutely hate how she is handling this. Choosing to lie to the one person who has always had her back is a cowardly move. She is terrified of Brooke's wrath, so she chose deception over courage. And that brings us to Brooke Logan. Oh, my heart aches for Brooke in this situation. Think about everything Brooke is doing right now to protect her daughter. Brooke just made a highly seductive, incredibly risky offer to Ridge Forrester, practically begging him to replace Steffy and make Brooke the co-CEO. Why? Because she wants to protect Hope's position at the company. Brooke is literally putting her relationship with Ridge on the line, risking a massive civil war with Steffy, all to secure a safe environment for Hope. And how does Hope repay this ultimate motherly sacrifice? by defecting to the enemy camp and lying about it? The sheer irony is enough to make your head spin. Brooke's entire current motivation is built on a foundation of sand, completely unaware that the daughter she is fighting for has already abandoned ship. Let's ask ourselves a serious question. What if Hope had just been honest from the very beginning? If Hope had sat Brooke down and confessed everything about joining Logan, there might have actually been a path to understanding. Do not get me wrong, Brooke would still feel incredibly betrayed. She would hate the idea of Hope working for Katie, especially given the severe hostility and business rivalry currently raging between the two sisters. But at the very least, Hope would not be lying to her face about abandoning Forrester Creations. Brooke can handle bad news, but she cannot handle being played for a fool. The betrayal of leaving the company is one thing, but the deception is the fatal blow. The reality is that Brooke being deceived by Hope is going to make everything 10 times worse once the truth inevitably blows up. And you know Brooke is going to find out on her own. This is a soap opera. Secrets never stay buried. Imagine the suspense when Brooke decides to drop by Hope's cabin to check on her during this fake leave of absence, only to find design sketches featuring the Logan logo. Or worse, imagine Brooke walking into a fashion industry event, ready to proudly represent Forrester, only to see her own daughter standing on stage, introducing the rival line. The humiliation will be absolute. Brooke will realize that while she was fighting Steffy to protect Hope, Hope was actively working to destroy Eric's new line. I am predicting a confrontation scene that will go down in bold and the beautiful history. When the truth is finally revealed, Brooke's reaction will not just be anger. It will be a profound, soul-crushing grief. I truly believe she will look at Hope, tears streaming down her face, and deliver those 5 fatal words, "I will never forgive you." This is not just a business dispute. This is a fundamental breach of trust. Brooke might actually go as far as to completely disown Hope as her daughter. Can you picture the sheer drama of Brooke pointing to the door of the Logan mansion and screaming at Hope to get out? Kicking her own flesh and blood out onto the street because the betrayal runs that deep? We also need to look at Katie Logan Spencer's role in this toxic mess. Katie knows exactly what she is doing. Donna already warned Katie that trying to lure Hope away would ignite a catastrophic family feud. But Katie brushed it off, claiming business is business. By secretly harboring Hope and using her to launch a fresh, accessible line to crush Eric's classic collection, Katie has weaponized Brooke's own daughter. Katie is using Hope as the ultimate pawn in her corporate war against Forrester Creations. It is brilliant business, but it is absolutely despicable family behavior. Katie is essentially aiding and abetting the destruction of Brooke and Hope's relationship just to get a leg up in the fashion industry. This storyline also highlights a massive shift in the show's universe. We are watching the potential fall of an empire. Eric Forrester is a legend, but his upcoming high-end line represents the old guard. It is exclusive, expensive, and perhaps a bit out of touch with the modern world. Hope's new line at Logan represents the future. It is fresh, it is accessible, and it speaks to the everyday consumer. If Hope actually succeeds in beating Eric's line, it will change the power dynamics of the entire fashion world in Los Angeles. But at what cost? She might win the fashion war, but she will lose her entire family in the process. And let's not forget the puppet master hiding in the shadows, Liam Spencer. Liam has been pushing for this exact outcome for weeks. He hates the Forresters' control over Hope. He has been constantly in her ear, feeding her doubts and telling her she deserves better than Forrester Creations. Liam thinks he is being the supportive hero, but in reality, he is isolating Hope from her mother. He is encouraging a move that will leave Hope entirely dependent on him and Katie. It is a classic manipulative tactic, and Hope is too blind to see that Liam's support is actually destroying her life. What does this mean for the successor characters on the show? If Hope is banished from the Forrester and Logan inner circle, who steps up? RJ Forrester is going to be caught right in the middle of this bloodbath. As Brooke's son and Hope's brother, RJ will have to choose a side. Will he stand by his mother, who was cruelly deceived, or will he support his sister's bold, independent business move? The ripple effects of Hope's lie will tear through every single relationship on this canvas. Are we going to see a complete realignment of family loyalties? I absolutely think so. In the end, Hope's decision to hide her alliance with Logan during her supposed leave of absence is the biggest mistake of her life. She thought she was protecting her mother's feelings, but she was really just protecting herself from the immediate conflict. Now, she has guaranteed that the eventual explosion will be apocalyptic. Brooke's heartbreak will turn into a cold, unforgiving rage. Those 5 words, "I will never forgive you," will echo through the halls of Forrester Creations for years to come. We are watching the tragic self-destruction of Hope Logan, and honestly, I cannot look away.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.